It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from Oakland as the Warriors go up against the Toronto Raptors. For Toronto, so far this year it's been another superb showing from this team. They're second in the East. After what we saw them accomplish last season, it hasn't come as a major shock to anyone around the league. And with all of Curry's talents, one of the great shooters of all time, maybe the greatest, Kenny, where does he stand among all-time great players, period?
Wow, all-time players. Now, that's
all-time great players, period.
Well, he's starting to get in a discussion because of the multiple MVP things and the championships. Because the greatest players in the world, not only have they won awards, but they've won multiple championships. So he's moving into that category right now.
To add on to what Kenny is saying, it's about something you could hear and something you can wear.
What's that?
Rings, baby.
Ooh.
Rings.
You can hear them.
2 rings won't get it. 3, maybe. 4, 5, woo, 6, ah.
Okay.
I just can't add anything to that.
Oh.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We've got basketball at Oracle Arena, the home of the Warriors in Oakland, California. Live on 2K Sports. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports midweek presentation of NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. The Warriors with their last game here in Golden State before heading out on the road. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
And they prove that they know how to beat this team. We saw that in the first meeting. Can they make it a clean sweep on the season series? We'll find out tonight.
You know, they certainly have the confidence. Their challenge is going to be play with the same effort and energy as they did in the last one.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, DeMarcus Cousins was en route to finally playing in the postseason, but he did suffer that torn Achilles, and that kept him from the playoffs. He said, to be able to reach that goal, that would be one of the more special moments of my career. Well, Kevin, he continues to wait.
Well, a lot of people hope he can finally get there, DA. Thank you. Well, squaring off Doris in the middle, a couple of very talented big men. Talk about how the center position continues to evolve in this league.
Right, gone are the days where the 5-man is just a defensive player and a rebounder, somebody who is nothing more than a rim protector. Increasingly in today's NBA, Kevin, that position is a skill position, and by that I mean the center can handle the basketball. You can run your offense through the center position, very much the way the Celtics do with Al Horford. And if you can shoot the long-range shot, you can shoot that three-point shot, that much better for your team.
And it's interesting, Doris, the way the big men now, they go out on the perimeter and they're guarding guards. They're defending guards way outside and out of the lane.
Great point, Kev. It works on both ends of the floor.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Marc Gasol, and it's Siakam in at the 4 spot. Lowry can't get it to go. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. It's a 3-point game. Last time they met was in Toronto, where they beat the Raptors.
A huge margin of victory for them when these two teams squared off last, and they got scoring from up and down their lineup.
Yeah, I think when your bench puts up that kind of productivity, it makes your offense so much more difficult to defend. It's a key element in their last win.
Lowry against Curry. We're about 1 minute into the first. Left side Gasol. Shoots over Cousins.
A nice defensive effort there by Cousins. He can be a two-way terror.
Curry wide open. Green with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
The shot by Lowry, no good.
Boy, that's high impact defense in the lane, standing tall to deny the easy bucket.
And Gasol sends it back. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
It's good from long range.
Oh, he is one hard player to deal with at the offensive end.
Warriors have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Thompson passes to Curry. Outside Durant. On the wing, Thompson. Over Green. And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Durant. Thompson's got his first basket of the night.
Boy, the quick release of Klay Thompson in the face of great contest. That is pretty.
Here's Curry. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And the Raptors off to a slow start. Trailing by 4. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, there's no doubt. They were sharp on the offensive end. The bench guys just did a sensational job bringing their A game.
And Leonard gets it to go.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. Outside, Green. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Cousins with it. Gasol covering. Shot clock at 6. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You take a look at the Raptors. They're locked in again at that 3rd spot. Not a bad place to be.
And I think for Golden State, they've proved the projections right. They are a dominant club, and they're going to be a tough out for anyone.
Now the Warriors moving it up. Green leading the charge. Siakam pulls it in.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
No, exactly, Greg. Especially when the ball is that deep inside. You've got to respect how he altered that shot.
So it's the Warriors now after the Raptors pick up 2. Curry is inside. While recovering. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
How about Steph Curry, guys? You look at the superstar beginnings. Think about he was born in Akron, Ohio, the same city as, of course, the great LeBron James. In fact, born in the same hospital, just 39 months apart. Something in the water over there, guys.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And talking about Curry's start, his parents were tremendous athletes themselves.
That's exactly right. His father, Dell, played 16 seasons in the NBA. His mom was a standout volleyball player. His sister was, too. Athleticism runs in the family. Those are some pretty good genes.
He hits both from the stripe. By this point in the season, Doris, certain teams have been hit hard by the injury bug, and the truth is the next man up, the next player up, can be easier said than done.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, Kevin. Sometimes it's not necessarily when the injury happens, it's who has the injury hit. So a all-star level player, an MVP caliber player, can't necessarily be replaced 1 for 1. So sometimes you've got to make some schematic adjustments, and sometimes you've got to rely on the whole to pick up the one big star that's gone down.
I always thought, too, character is really revealed when you start losing a couple players to injury.
No doubt, Kevin.
Here's Curry. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Curry kicks to Green. Back to Curry. Fires for 3. Drains the 3-pointer. Curry's got 10 points.
Boy, he has exploded. You couldn't ask for a better quarter from a guy.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Well, Steph Curry, widely regarded as the best shooter in the history of the game. He's been so successful playing point guard in the NBA at times. I think we forget that he transitioned from playing shooting guard in his younger days.
Some changes for Golden State. Jerebko comes in for Draymond Green, and it's Iguodala in for Durant. Ball's knocked loose, stolen by Thompson. Curry kicks to Jerebko. It's stolen by Jerebko, and the basket is good. Jerebko's got his first points of the night.
I tell you, coaches love those high percentage looks in the paint.
You know, Greg, a lot of players can't make that switch from shooting guard to point guard. You've got to give Steph a lot of credit.
He's worked tirelessly. I mean, we've all seen those pregame ball handling drills. He's still prone to a careless turnover or two, but on the plus side, he rebounds like a shooting guard. And today's point guards are expected to score much more than in days past.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, the hard-charging approach of Klay Thompson paying dividends with the foul call. Hey, they like to see that kind of aggressiveness.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Well, pretty amazing to have a collection of shooters like Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant all together on the same team. We're talking about 3 of the league's best shooters ever in the history of the league. People try to rank these guys against each other, guys.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyle Lowry. Well, if you go by Andre Iguodala, he once called Klay Thompson the best shooter on the planet.
Well, if there's a player that should know, Andre Iguodala would be there. He's had to defend the primary scorers across the NBA, and I'm sure he and Klay have gone at it in practice. And there's no doubt, guys, Klay is spectacular. He has many, many great years ahead of him, provided his health stays good.
Yeah, and his inside game is about as good as it gets. Cousins loves operating out of that low block, and there isn't much any opposing defense can do to stop him. Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Curry with the bounce pass. Cousins, that one no good. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Puts up a 3. And it's Leonard missing. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. Fast break, Toronto.
Now we get a chance to check out Jeremy Lin. His last 10 games, he's averaging 8 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And with his ability to put the ball in the bucket, he has to be your primary focus defensively.
I think defenses plan to stop him, but very few succeed, Greg. And that's why he's his team's leading scorer.
That free throw, no good.
And for Lin, missing the season last year, he's just glad to be back. His playmaking and creativity is something that this team needs. As long as he's healthy and playing aggressively, he'll be an effective guard option.
The Raptors making a switch here. McCaw's checked in. And he's good on the second.
Jeremy Lin is an aggressive player, Kevin, someone who will make things happen. I like how aggressive he is. He sets a tone with that aggression.
Curry finds Iguodala. Thompson with it, defended by Ibaka. Jerebko, the pass to Iguodala, uses the glass to finish the layup. And with Lin, he made a point upon returning from injury, saying he will not change how he plays.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys, they'll shy away from contact after experiencing a torn patella like Lin did, but he knows that he is at his best going at defenders and absorbing that contact. He said he'll try and be more aware of how he lands, but has no plans of changing his game. pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Van Vliet, guarded by Curry. Knocked loose. Van Vliet kicks to Anunoby. A three-pointer is right on target. Anunoby's got his first 3 points of the game.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Well, back-to-back titles for the Golden State Warriors since the arrival of Kevin Durant. You think about the Western Conference Finals a year ago, the Rockets gave them a run for their money, but no one able to impede the progress of this championship procession.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State, Jordan Bell's checked in for Cousins. Livingston comes in for Klay Thompson. And Cook subbed in for Steph Curry. Now, here's Jerebko. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Raptors on defense, trailing by 2. Back to Cook. An easy 2 points on the layup. And through last season, the Warriors boasting the most wins of any team, Doris, over a 5-year span in NBA history.
They are simply shattering records for wins left and right, and if they keep this core together, there's no sign that this is going to slow down anytime soon.
Here's Anunoby. The Warriors making the shot. Here's Ibaka. Misses off the right iron.
Man, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
Iguodala dishes to Bell. To the left wing. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his first foul. Raptors trail by 4. Outside, Lynn. Here's McCaw. He's covered by Livingston. McCaw, the pass to Van Vliet. Passes it to Anunoby. 5 to shoot. The Raptors need to get a shot off.
Moving the ball is certainly important, but forcing passes like that is simply bad basketball.
Count it. Good. Now it's a 6-point Warrior lead.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That is his first foul of the game. And the Raptors call time here. And Sean Livingston, one of the most unique players in the league, Greg.
6'7" point guard who excels hitting turnaround jumpers in the post. A bouncy finisher around the rim, a versatile defender, and really a cagey playmaker. No one else like him in our league.
Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. The Warriors, number 1.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
Doris, look in your crystal ball. 5 years from now, who do you think will be the 2-3 best players in the NBA?
Well, certainly some of the names. I won't say this is a definitive list, but as long as health holds, I'm going to give you 3 men who are going to be bad men in the NBA for a long time. Giannis Antetokounmpo, because the Greek freak is able at his size to handle it, take it off the window, and dominate action in transition. If he gets a consistent jump shot, forget about it. Ben Simmons, exactly the same thing. His passing ability is extraordinary. I think you'll see him get a low post game, and I think he'll get a jump shot, and he will be unguardable. And one of my absolute favorites is Mr. Joel Embiid. Give it to you inside, give it to you outside. Mr. Embiid can handle it. He can dominate with his defense. Those 3 men are going to be all-stars for a long, long time.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
First one falls for him. Green, he's checked in for Jeremy Lin. And so Cook nails both of them.
I'll tell you, he's coming through for them at the free throw line today. His form has been perfect.
Here's McCall. He's covered by Iguodala. Goes up the baseline. Green kicks to Van Vliet. Goes back up. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Yeah, affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
And the whistle blow is going to be on Andre Iguodala. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Raptors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And Danny Green, a terrific shooter who also, Greg, happens to give you great production on defense.
Yeah, and I'd have to say Green's probably alone in history with his shooting and defense. Only player to ever have 6 or more seasons with at least 50 blocks and 73s. You know, it might be arbitrary checkpoints, but nevertheless, it illustrates just what Green brings to the table. A consistent 3 and D player.
Well, you love how Ibaka goes right up with the shot. Doesn't hesitate for a second off the catch.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
I mean, you'd have to question their effort, Greg. They did a great job at penetrating and kicking out. The defense simply wasn't up to the task.
And the Warriors with some changes. Green, he's checked in for Urebko. And it's Kevin Durant in for Andre Iguodala. Here is Cook. Dishes it to Green. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul. It's called on Toronto.
How good is Green at drawing solid contact? He plays with a ton of heart. He's really good at making the defense commit.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
No good on the free throw.
Well, let's remember that Draymond Green was drafted in the 2nd round, but that competitive fire runs deep, and he has memorized the names of the 34 players selected ahead of him. Talk about holding a grudge.
No luck that time either. And despite all his success, Draymond continues to play with a chip on his shoulder.
Well, there remains, Kevin, a desire to prove his critics wrong, and it served as great fuel to keep this guy hungry and focused.
And so it's Golden State with it after the Raptors pick up 2. Livingston finds Durant, and it falls over the rim and in.
Boy, do not fall asleep on Kevin Durant. Catch and shoot, forget about it.
Here's Van Vliet, and the shot goes in. Van Vliet's got it all tied up now for the Raptors.
And already you're seeing great execution from both teams.
Well, I like the synergy, right? The ball is moving well, and they're seeing that hard work pay off.
No good from Durant. They could retake the lead after trailing for a while.
Nice work to hang around and just give yourself a chance. Put yourself in position.
You know, I like how he's getting involved in the offense. He's picking his spots and making his shot attempts count.
And so it's Livingston bringing it up now for the Golden State Warriors. Now the pass to Bell. Back to Livingston. Pass to Durant. There's the triple. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists now in this one. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. From 12 feet out, and another basket for Toronto.
Well, you can see he's feeling it right now. Shots dropping from all over the place this quarter.
Cook looking it over. It's Durant on the wing. McCaw grabs the miss.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the Toronto Raptors. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. One of the most talented big men in the game, DeMarcus Cousins, talked about his maturation over time.
And a player that thought he knew it all, thought he was the best thing walking, and you know, I think I've humbled myself a lot since then. So, of course, my game has grown, my knowledge of the game has grown, my IQ, but it's just the typical thing from a rookie to, you know, a veteran.
And you know, Greg, you see it on the floor now when Cousins keeps his emotions in check. He's a force on the floor.
And Kevin, that's the key. When he's focused on the game and not the refs, he is almost unstoppable.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Well, I mean, they just got hot early from beyond the arc, and we'll just have to wait and see if they can keep that going.
You just try to keep riding this wave, right? They've been absolutely dominant from three-point territory.
Green and Bell are the bigs. Livingston is out there with Cook, and it's Durant in at the small forward. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Now, here's Green, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Lobbed up there for Durant. 3-on-3. It's stolen by Bell. And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, the size and height of Kevin Durant makes him a prime threat to throw it down. You've got to keep him out of the paint.
And so here's Toronto. 3-point lead. Outside Lowry. Sweet little floater. Lowry's got his first points in this one.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Here is Cook. Lowry covering. Livingston with it. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Gasol with the steal. Here's Leonard. Great D that time from Durant.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
Leonard kicks to Gasol. Now here's Green. He's tightly guarded. Back to Lowry. The tray. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 4 assists now tonight.
I think one thing you think about when you talk about Steve Kerr is how much he has relished having an opportunity to coach an amazing collection of talent. He knows more perhaps than most that great players are required to be successful. That doesn't mean it's an easy job. You've got to manage expectations year after year.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Bell. Klay Thompson comes in for Sean Livingston. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Cook.
Well, Klay Thompson is as effective on the defensive end as he is on the offensive end. Really good reach there to knock that thing away.
And or as you watch Kerr, he really has his own distinct coaching style.
How about Kevin? He once said that coaching is 90% creating environment and 10% strategy. Now listen, we know this guy is tremendous with X and O's, but there's something helpful about his sense of humor and his upfront, honest approach.
And here's Thompson. Marc Gasol getting his 3 to go. Outside Curry. Knocks it loose. The 3. The rebound by Gasol.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Leonard. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Leonard's got 12.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Timeout called the Warriors. And guys, veteran Danny Green moving north last summer as part of the Kawhi Leonard trade. Now in a Toronto Raptors uniform.
Yeah, and not the big name in that deal, obviously, but an important piece. Green is shown to be a very capable 3-and-D guy, and it's the next chapter in what has been a solid career for him.
Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for Danny Green. Left side, Durant. Over in the corner, Cousins. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kyle Lowry is a player who has worked his way to stardom. He says, I still feel like I can be better. I'm never satisfied. My team is good, but I think the best I can be is a champion. There is no other goal in basketball. Guys?
D.A., that's how you truly create a legacy. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December, taking a look at Boston. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, there's the Raptors sitting directly below them, just 1 spot down.
And I think for Toronto, I think they've lived up to their billing this season, that's for sure. It doesn't look like they'll be slowing down anytime soon.
I'd go even 1 step further. From what I've seen of them to this point, I think their best basketball may still be in front of them.
Lin's shot is off. Warriors trail by 9. Outside for Curry. Over Lowry. Good work defensively by Lowry.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
Jerebko's checked in for Golden State. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
I think you could see early on that he was really with a rhythm and flow tonight, and now he's really starting to take off.
Here's Lowry. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. They get Stephen Curry.
When you watch Kyle Lowry play, you see how much bigger he is than his stats. Does so many little things on both ends of the floor. I mean, he's a great screen setter, takes charges, all the things that don't necessarily show up in the stat sheet, but are important when it comes to winning.
First free throw is good. And Greg, with Lowry, it isn't like he's quiet on the stat sheet either.
No, he is a bulldog. I mean, he scores it, the playmaking. He's just complete in terms of a backcourt player. Rebounds as well as anybody for his position, and got good hands on defense. It just gives you a little bit of everything at that point guard position.
And so Lowry nails both of them. Commissioner Adam Silver recently said there's nothing magical about 82 games. Doris, what do you read into that?
I read nothing more than the leadership that Adam Silver is about, and seems to me that the NBA is one of the most proactive professional sports leagues in the world. And by that I mean, Kevin, they will evaluate every aspect of their business. If they believe it's advantageous to make change, then they will go to their competition committee, they will go to their ownership committees, and they will make whatever change they believe is for the ultimate good of the game. And that's exactly what you'd hope for.
Personally, 82 games, in your opinion, what do you think?
You know what, Kevin, it can be a little bit of a grind, but there is money at stake. And obviously that's a difficult thing for owners to come up and over. The players would have to want to give some money back. So listen, 82 games is long, but what happens, I don't know.
Yep, that one goes in there. Gasol's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, Lin has improved his passing over time, and he knows how to find teammates.
To the middle, got a piece of it. Thompson passes to Iguodala. Great D that time from Leonard.
He definitely got nervous at the rim. I mean, he needs to make sure he finishes strong.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Some changes for Toronto. Baca comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyle Lowry. Pass to Lin. Up top, Leonard. He's covered by Thompson. They get the rebound. A nice shot by Gasol. Gasol's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Yeah, really found his stroke here in the 2nd quarter after missing everything in the 1st.
Curry finds Thompson. Gasol against Cousins. Curry passes to Iguodala. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Iguodala's got his second basket of the night.
Andre Iguodala has got the ability and the frame and the game to score in close. Nicely done.
Now the dish to Leonard. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now here's Curry. A 23-point game for him in the win against Minnesota.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over. And the shooting has really been there for him today. But he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Here's Van Vliet. He had 16 points in the win against the Clippers. The 11-footer, Gasol, wide open. He fires offline with his 3. And so Curry will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them.
Yeah, Klay Thompson, such a perfect fit on the Warriors. A versatile defender, can score playing off the ball, and just plays the game the right way.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Thompson. And is there any doubt Klay Thompson could go to another team and average 30 points a game as the main offensive weapon?
Yeah, but, you know, he's not an attention seeker, and that's just not his personality. He knows it's more fun to play for a winner.
Anunoby, he's checked in for Toronto. Patrick McCaw comes in for Jeremy Lin. He hits both from the stripe.
It is easy to get lost in the well-rounded offensive game of Klay Thompson, but let's remember, this guy is an elite defender. Quick feet, great athleticism and length. Boy, what a player.
Here's Van Vliet. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Leonard off the left rim and out. Warriors trail by 11. Here's Thompson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And you look at Andre Iguodala, the first ever player to win a Finals MVP without starting a single game in the regular season.
That tells you something about his unselfishness and, at the same time, his under-the-radar impact on winning. His willingness to accept that 6-man role right from the beginning, I really feel helped set the tone in that Warriors locker room.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And this Toronto team has started to depend on threes more often for their offense.
You're right, Kevin. They went from being near the bottom of the league in threes attempted to top 5 in attempts this past year. And a lot of that is the green light to shoot from the wings that they have. It's another dynamic to an already potent scoring machine.
And so he makes both from the line. Raptors leading by 9. Van Vliet kicks to Leonard. Here's McCall. He's covered by Iguodala. Leonard, that's for 2. And the Raptors miss again.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Yarebko can't get it to go.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
Here's McCall. There's Van Vliet. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Leonard. Rebounded by Urebko. Cousins finds Thompson. Here is Cook. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And some changes here for the Warriors. Jordan Bell comes in for Urebko. And it's Livingston in for Thompson. Here's Van Vliet. Passes it to Anunoby. To end the drought. But they get it back. Van Vliet passes to Ibaka. And stolen by Cousins. And Bell kicks to Iguodala. His three-pointers off the mark. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. And that'll be his third foul so far. Green, he's checked in for Toronto. Toronto leading by 9. Van Vliet looking around. Outside, Green. There's the pass to Anunoby. Down low, and Ibaka slams it in.
Well, let's remember, at his size, this is a very mobile 4. He can stretch the defense, and in this instance, just does some work in the pick and roll.
Here is Cook. Pass to Bell. He kicks it to Livingston. 5 to shoot. Here's Iguodala. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Livingston's got 4 assists now tonight. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Toronto. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Shots good by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 11.
Well, there's incredible height and reach and length and touch from the inside when we're talking about Serge Ibaka.
Cook kicks to Livingston. 1:06 left to play here in the half. And the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut to just 9 points on the basket from Bell.
I'll tell you, nothing like having excellent interior position and the athleticism to finish. Jordan Bell, step to the mic, sir.
Green against Iguodala. Van Vliet passes to McCaw. Raptors moving the ball around. Here's Van Vliet. Three-pointer. Andre Iguodala comes up with the rebound. Floats it up for Cousins.
And love the shot selection here by Cousins. Feels like he can knock it down from anywhere.
29 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's McCall. He's covered by Livingston. 15 seconds left in the first half. No coverage that time. He's got 14.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Here's Cousins. Good work defensively by Ibaka.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
And so it's Toronto going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
You know, just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 block. In their previous game, he had a performance he said he wanted to put behind him quickly, And so far, he's doing just that with the nice first half he had here. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
The three-point shot was their best friend. I agree with the strategy. When it's working, take advantage of it. I don't really like it. Live by the jumper, die by the jumper. But tonight, they're living, and they're living good, baby.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Golden State?
Well, the way I see it, they're losing this game because they're being out-rebounded. You can't give up this kind of differential and expect to remain competitive. So what do? You commit more guys to the glass, guards included. You make it a priority that if you do ultimately lose this game, it's not because you didn't rebound.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters, just a great effort for him for the entire half.
I don't think you could ask for anything more from this guy. He has been fantastic to start this one.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Raptors leading by 10. So the Raptors 5 right now. Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guards in. And it's Marc Gasol. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Siakam in at the 4.
Well, you get a sense of the recognition from Steph Curry and how quickly he moves through his progressions. Because, boy, if you're open, he's going to give it to you.
Now, here's Lowry. Ibaka right side. Shoots over Cousins. Ibaka, no luck. Golden State's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Here's Durant, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
The offensive prowess of Kevin Durant, we knew it even back in high school, but winning the NBA scoring title at age 21, Doris, that really sealed the deal.
Yeah, in fact, Kevin, becoming the youngest player to ever win a scoring title. He's obviously gone on to do it multiple times. And to me, where he's really advanced is his ability to make plays for the teammates around him. Kevin Durant prides himself on affecting winning at both ends of the floor.
Here's Lowry. They get a hand on it. Siakam kicks to Leonard. Stolen by Durant. On the wing, Thompson. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Well, a tough contest from the defender does not impede the progress of Klay Thompson. He's just doing work right now.
Lowry against Curry. And here's Green outside. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got 4 rebounds in this game. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Leonard. Nice D from Durant.
Boy, they're slow coming out of halftime. Just 0 for 3 to start this half.
And Thompson gets it to go.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
So it's Toronto now. They're scoreless since the first half. Lowry against Curry. Now here's Lowry. Defense is right there. Unloads from 13. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Lowry's got 9.
Well, after missing their first 3 shots, they finally get one to go in this half.
Pass to Green. Thompson outside for the tie. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Toronto with the ball. Outside Lowry. Poked away. And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. The Raptors making a switch here. Lynn's checked in. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Lowry's shot is good.
Well, Kyle Lowry has proven to be a dead-eye shooter when given space, and he's comfortable off the dribble or catch and shoot.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, I think during this timeout, they've got to talk about ways to deny the basketball to him. That's the key, because when he gets it, chances are he's going to score.
And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Thompson.
Right now, after looking at that chart, you pretty much can just jog down the court. He gets it in the paint. Just time and time again, he's worked his way in close and made a shot over a defender or found another way to convert. Just great stuff coming from him thus far.
Now here's Curry. 10 points for him. Thompson inside, defended by Lynn. Here's Durant. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for Toronto. It's a 1-point game. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Let's take this chance to bring you now the hottest shooters from downtown this month. In the 3rd spot, Marc Gasol, and of course, Klay Thompson.
I mean, the shooting range of these two guys has probably been the most impressive. There's not a spot on the floor they can't hit from.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Let's see some numbers here on Kyle Lowry. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. Averaging 15 points a game, 8 assists, and just over 2 steals. And for any other player putting up those numbers, we'd say they were great, but for him, they're just simply run-of-the-mill.
Agreed. A lot of guys in this league would be very happy with that stat line, but this guy is the real deal. He is built for more.
Greg, you look at the lineup for the reigning champs. When healthy, this team starts 5 all-star players at every position.
And even with Boogie coming back from a devastating injury, this team is scary. People immediately called it the best team ever assembled. Credit the front office, but the Warriors players still have to prove they are the best ever on the floor this season.
Here's Leonard after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Now Leonard. He's got 16, and Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Lowry from outside. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Lynn's got 6 assists in the game.
Challenging this D with the 3 ball. That's his 2nd from distance this half, and he also hit 1 in the first half too.
Now here's Curry. 10 points for him. Green finds Curry. Now here's Thompson. Green inside. 4 on the shot clock. Curry's shot is good.
And amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect from the field to start the half.
Lynn against Thompson. Lynn dishes to Lowry. At the elbow, it's Gasol over Urebko. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Gasol.
And through the years, he's become very confident in that shot. Gasol's almost better from mid-range than he is in tight. That's a great weapon for a 7-footer to have. Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Stolen by Durant, and then Durant with the jam.
A natural-born scorer is Kevin Durant. He puts in the time, and it pays dividends on the floor.
Raptors trail by 3. Toronto calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Klay Thompson.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Curry. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. Second in steals, and such a great distributor and decision maker, among the top 10 in assists per game.
And back to your point, number 2 in steals, he's just a tireless worker. Plays that hard-nosed, on-ball defense. Most guys just can't disengage from it. Here's Curry. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Here's Livingston. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. And the Warriors lead by 3.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Lowry's shot is good. Lowry's got 10 points here in the second half.
Boy, after an up-and-down first half, he's finally gotten a flow. These are the right shots for him.
Curry kicks to Durant. Lets it go with the 3. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Leonard. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for Toronto. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Jeremy Lin. Here's VanVleet. Passes it to Siakam. Back to VanVleet. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Well, you can't deny the amount of talent on this Raptors team, Doris. At times, they can simply overrun opponents.
You know what, Kevin? You do not end up in the top 5 for effective field goal percentage, both offensively and defensively, without talent. But obviously, when the Raptors get going and shots are falling, boy, they can compete with just about anyone.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. One thing you have to admire, Doris, about the Raptors franchise is their sustained success.
And that's not easy, Kevin. Last year marked their 3rd straight 50-win season and their 5th straight postseason trip. Very few other teams can claim those items in that time frame. Boy, the Raptors, what a good, solid core.
Now, here's Livingston. Lays it up and banks it in. Livingston's got his 2nd bucket of the night. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
VanVleet kicks to Lowry. Cans it from downtown. Lowry's got 20.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his 3rd triple since halftime.
And here is Curry. 13 points in the game. Puts it up from 17, and Durant gets it to go. The assist by Curry. Durant's got the game tied up here for the Warriors. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. Knocks it loose. Curry passes to Green. And it's Green with the jam.
Well, give Steph Curry some props for triggering that break. He makes a great defensive play, and it leads to an easy opportunity.
Toronto's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Here's VanVleet. He has 6. Fires the 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And now this game's taken on a whole new feel since halftime.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
Durant finds Green. Back to Durant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Green dishes to Livingston. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Livingston's got his 3rd basket of the night.
I think you pay the consequences if you leave Draymond Green's teammates open. He has a knack for getting the basketball where it needs to be.
Lowry with the ball, and Curry picks him up defensively. Lowry deciding where to go with it here. Raptors moving the ball around. Anunoby, good.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
It's Durant on the wing. Jerebko at the elbow. Back to Durant. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. And the Raptors call time here.
You know, what you love about Kevin Durant is he has established himself as a top 2 player in the NBA. But the reality is he's never forgotten where he's come from. His charity work, his commitment to the communities and to the places that have shaped him. It's really kind of cool, Kevin.
Different look here for the Warriors. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Jerebko. Looney comes in for Green. Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And Cook subbed in for Sean Livingston. Green, he's checked in for Toronto. Now, here's Lowry. 20 points for him. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. And in 2013, there was a series of commercials calling Durant the nicest guy in the NBA.
Well, let's remember, Kevin, at that time he was a beloved figure in Oklahoma City. He remains tight with a number of staff members there just because of the kind of person and the kind of professional he was. What you love about Kevin Durant is he's a top 2 player in the NBA. But in terms of his charity work, he is right there as well.
Here's Looney. Curry kicks to Iguodala. And the pass to Looney. And here is Curry. Pass to Cousins. No good on the 3. Toronto's gone 4 of 6 from 3-point land since the start of the second half. Cook, the pass to Curry. Inside, here's Looney. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Siakam far from the most skilled player on the floor, but Dorsey finds minutes through his hustle.
This guy has got one of the highest motors in the league. He can leak out in transition, finish in the open floor. I'll tell you, this is a jolt of caffeine in a power forward's body.
The first free throw is good. Miller's checked in for Fred VanVleet. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
You know, in this era of the Golden State Warriors, it's easy to forget the lean years. Prior to this 6-year run, guys, the last time they had made it to the playoffs 4 consecutive seasons, 1952.
Now, here's Cousins. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Now, Green, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Pass to Miller. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 6 assists here tonight. And Doris, the Warriors' 6-year playoff run, tying their record set in the first 6 years of the franchise's existence.
That's when they were playing back in Philadelphia. And just to give you a little more context, only 3 of those seasons did they have a winning record. Make no mistake, this is the golden era of Warriors basketball.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
There's 45 seconds left in the third.
And one thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
2 shots. Roof shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Norman Powell's checked in for Toronto. Both free throws good from Green.
Well, think about the Toronto Raptors last year. 59 wins in the regular season, which was a franchise high. Won the Atlantic for the 4th time in 5 years. And then it comes to an end with a thud, losing to the Cavaliers in the playoffs. Brutal.
Now here's Iguodala. He has 6. It's Curry outside. Another miss by Curry. Raptors leading by 3. Outside Lowry. Inside. And Green with the basket on the assist by Lowry. Green's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, Kyle Lowry can be so creative sometimes. You think the window's too tight.
Got it!
Oh, you did it!
He got it! What a shot!
Wow.
3 points at the buzzer.
An absolute miracle that one went in. A circus shot to end the quarter.
And we've reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Just a terrific game so far. The Raptors out in front. They lead by 2. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, GA, you know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, we've got DeMarcus Cousins. Jones is out there with Iguodala. Then it's Curry, and it's Cook in at the 1 spot.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Lynn with it. And again, it's Toronto converting.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Iguodala finds Curry. Back to Iguodala. All alone. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Well, Iguodala gets himself squared up before shooting. You can't give him that kind of space.
Outside, Lynn. Pass to Leonard. The shot, no good. So Golden State will take it the other way. Cook, the pass to Cousins. And good that time. And now a 3-point Warrior lead.
Well, Mouse in the house. He recognizes the size advantage and goes right to the rim. Good aggressive play.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Lynn kicks to Green. And here's Leonard from 3. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Warriors have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. There's the pass to Iguodala. Leonard with the steal. Iguodala with the steal. Cousins dishes to Iguodala. Golden State moving it around. Pass to Curry over Green, and another basket for Golden State.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And Toronto has possession, trailing by 2. Now here's Lynn. He's guarded closely. Well, last year pretty much a lost year for Lynn. Tore his patella tendon on opening night, and Doris, that was it.
Yeah, that was hard to watch for Jeremy Lin because you know he's put in the time and was penciled in for a big role with Brooklyn. So nice to see him step back between the lines and continue playing.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And the Warriors with some changes. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Damian Jones. And it's Klay Thompson in for Steph Curry. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here is Cook, defended by Ibaka. Takes it from 10. And it's Cook missing.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Ibaka, no luck.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
No, exactly, Greg. Especially when the ball was that deep inside. You've got to respect how he altered that shot.
Kicks it out to Iguodala. Cook, the pass to Cousins. 5 on the clock. In the corner, Iguodala with it. And another shot out to Thompson. Lets it go with the 3. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Thompson's got 29 in the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And the Raptors miss again. Warriors leading by 3. To the inside. Cousins finds Green over Ibaka. And another basket for Golden State.
Well, Draymond Green carving out a look from the mid-range, understanding, okay, this is my opportunity to take a shot.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
No good from Gasol. Golden State's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. Iguodala and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Kawhi Leonard. Andre Iguodala had some versatility coming into the league, but Doris, he's now developed into the ultimate chameleon.
Well, Steve Kerr calls Andre Iguodala maybe the smartest player he's ever coached. And think about since he's entered the league, he's become stronger and a more consistent shooter. He understands exactly what the team needs moment to moment. This guy's completely unselfish, makes the right plays. I mean, this guy is a perfect player for any system.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, the veteran leadership, the unselfish attitude, and the versatility of Andre Iguodala, to me, this guy is excellent at whatever is asked of him.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Quinn Cook. And he can't hit the second.
You know, in Serge Ibaka, a player who kind of came into the league as a defensive stopper, shot blocker. You know, still has great length and can bother shots, but not the prolific shot blocker he once was, as the focus has become more on the offensive end.
Here's Iguodala. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Iguodala kicks to Cousins. Buries it from three-point range. Cousins has got 5 points now this quarter.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And with Ibaka at one point would average almost 4 blocks a game.
Yeah, I mean, it is hard for any player to maintain a pace that high at this stage. Ibaka's done well to adjust, I think, his capabilities and make sure he can still have an impact on defense. The block numbers won't ever be as gaudy as they once were, but he is still causing problems for shooters.
Warriors leading by 7. Durant wide open. He fires. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 7th assist in the game. And so here's Toronto. Now here's Leonard. And Durant sends it back.
Kevin Durant uses his length so well, and how about the timing to send that rejection back?
Iguodala, the pass to Thompson. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Outside, Lynn. Kicks to Ibaka. Green with the block.
Draymond Green twice on the pipe, sends it right back to the shooter.
Thompson from long range. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Friday, they'll head out on the road to face the Kings in Sacramento. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night. Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Golden State. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Lynn against Iguodala. Right side, Lynn on the wing, Green. He kicks to Leonard. Over Durant. And again, Toronto no up. Warriors leading by 12. Thompson finds Durant. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Now kicking himself on that one. That is the shot he wanted.
Well, that's usually money in the bank for that guy. Not sure how he missed that one.
And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in. Siakam is checked in for the Raptors. Kyle Lowry comes in for Jeremy Lin. Now here's Lowry. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Green. It's Durant on the wing. Fires from the corner. Connects. The jumper drops. Durant's got 4 points in the quarter.
Still attacking. Building on this lead coming down the stretch.
I'll tell you, he's relentless right now. He's going straight at the defense and knocking down a lot of shots in this quarter.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you know, by now, I don't think there's much question. Mark and his brother Powell are the best 1-2 brother punch in NBA history. How about over 30,000 points combined?
Loose shots.
And that one falls for Marc Gasol. And Marc Gasol, a force on both ends of the floor. You forget, you know, Greg, that he's won a Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, you know, Gasol doesn't really wow you on defense with what he does. I mean, he gets blocks, but it's really his positioning and his rotations are what make him so great. Always involved in plays, and he just seems to be able to protect the rim and a terrific team defender.
Now here's Curry on the wing. Thompson from outside the arc. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got 6 rebounds in the game.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough. And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Gasping for air and giving limited effort on the defensive end. Right now it's all about the offense. Boy, the shooting has been off the charts.
Here is Durant following the basket by Marc Gasol. And yes, it's good.
There's a competitive edge to Draymond Green's game that makes him willing to try to score it on the interior. That's pretty.
Curry against Lowry. Pass to Leonard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Leonard's got 25 points.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Now here's Curry. Passes it to Cousins. The feed to Green. Durant in the corner. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Raptors trail by 13 to the middle. Here's Leonard. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Leonard's got 9 points in the quarter. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
That one goes in.
Well, it's the Klay Thompson show tonight. The full extent of his offensive arsenal on display.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Toronto calls timeout.
And the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they've got to talk about.
Well, I think they've got to ramp up the pressure. There's no excuse for letting them score at will in the paint. Make them feel you.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Klay Thompson.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Toronto's head coach had some words for his team during the break. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Warriors leading by 11. Knocked loose. Cousins dishes to Thompson. Green kicks to Curry. Thompson outside. Just 5 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. A shot by Curry, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Durant for 3. But they recover it. Another shot. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And Toronto turns it over again. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Golden State. The baseline J. Tries again. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Leonard's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Green passes to Gasol. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Curry is inside. Now recovering. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Raptors trail by 11. Launches the 3. Draymond Green with the rebound. On offense, here are the Warriors.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Warriors.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Klay Thompson.
Boy, what a security blanket this guy has been on the offensive end. He made sure they didn't suffer any cold spells. And anytime the offense started to get stagnant, they could get him the basketball, and he'd get them in the right position.
And here's Lowry after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And the 3 off target. On the wing, Green. It's rebounded by Golden State. Now Durant. He dishes it to Green. Thompson in the corner. And a miss there on the triple. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Steph, you guys were down. How did you get back, and what did you do to spark your team?
I don't know, just be aggressive. That's all we do. Shots are going to fall. As long as we got defensive stops and kept ourselves in the game, that we have enough talent on this team to turn the tide. So it says a lot about who we are and what our mission is this year.
Great win, Steph. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.